In 1954, a bottle of Domestos cost 1 shilling and 8 pence. Your grandmother disinfected her entire bathroom with tea tree oil and salt for 4 pence. Step into any fibro cottage from that era, and you'd smell nothing but fresh air and sunshine. Number 22. Eliminated mold in Queensland's humidity using ingredients already in her kitchen. Number 11 made mirrors sparkle without leaving a single streak, something modern glass cleaners promise but rarely deliver. These weren't primitive methods, they were chemistry lessons, disguised as housework, passed down through generations who understood that effective meant simple. Procter & Gamble is worth billions convincing us we need more. Your grandmother proved we needed less. Before we start, hit subscribe because this knowledge could revolutionize your routine. Let's count down 25 Australian cleaning secrets that worked better for pennies. Number 25. Eucalyptus oil window cleaner. Every Australian home once kept a bottle of eucalyptus oil, not just for cuts and colds, but as a cleaning powerhouse. Just 2 drops mixed with water and newspaper would leave windows squeaking clean without a single streak. The natural properties of the oil didn't just clean, they actually repelled dust and insects for weeks afterward. Modern glass cleaners set you back $4 and leave a residue that attracts more dirt. This wasn't some newfangled invention. It was Aboriginal knowledge adapted by settlers that became suburban wisdom passed through generations. Number 24. Wattle bark soap for delicates. Golden wattle bark boiled down created a gentle soap perfect for silk stockings and wool jumpers. The cost? Nothing but time. Bark was collected from the garden after winter storms. The natural saponins cleaned without harsh chemicals that destroyed delicate fibers. This is why your grandmother's clothes lasted decades. Her soap actually nourished natural materials rather than stripping them. Department stores now charge $15 for gentle detergents that still fade colors after a few washes. Number 23. Newspaper and vinegar for fly screens. Summer flies were a constant battle in homes without air conditioning. The solution was brilliantly simple. Scrunch newspaper, dip in white vinegar, and wipe screens inside and out. The vinegar killed fly eggs, while the newspaper removed dust without tearing the mesh. Screens stayed clear for months, allowing breezes through while keeping insects out. Modern screen cleaners cost $8 and come with special brushes that actually damage the fine mesh over time. Number 22. Tea tree oil mold killer. Queensland's humidity bred mold in every corner, especially during the wet season. 10 drops of tea tree oil in a cup of water, sprayed on affected areas, was all it took. The natural antifungal properties killed mold spores and prevented regrowth. Bathroom tiles stayed white without the toxic fumes of bleach. Today's commercial mold removers cost $12 and contain chemicals that require you to ventilate your entire home. Number 21. Kerosene lamp chimney polish. Before electricity reached the suburbs, every home had kerosene lamps that needed clean glass chimneys. Polishing with newspaper and a drop of kerosene created crystal clarity. This same method worked brilliantly on any glass surface. Mirrors, windows, picture frames. Light passed through cleanly with no smudges or film to dim the flame. Modern glass polishes promise the same result but invariably leave that frustrating, streaky residue we all know too well. Number 20. Borax carpet freshener. Carpets trap dust, pet hair, and cooking smells in homes without exhaust fans. The solution was to sprinkle borax powder, leave it overnight, then sweep up with a stiff brush. This natural mineral absorbed odors and killed carpet mites without harsh chemicals. Carpets stayed fresh between the annual professional cleaning that was a major household expense. Carpet deodorizers now cost $6 and merely mask smells rather than eliminating them at the source. Number 19. Lemon and salt cutting board cleaner. Wooden cutting boards absorbed meat juices and onion smells, becoming potential health hazards. Scrubbing with coarse salt and half a lemon allowed natural acids to kill bacteria, while the abrasion removed stains. These boards lasted generations, developing a patina that actually resisted bacteria. Meanwhile, antibacterial sprays cost $5 and leave chemical residues on food preparation surfaces that end up in your meals. Number 18. Red wine stain removal with salt and soda water. Dinner parties inevitably meant spills on good tablecloths and carpets. The immediate application of salt absorbed the liquid, followed by soda water to lift the stain. The carbonation carried the wine up and out of fabric fibers. Even red wine disappeared completely if treated within minutes. Modern stain removers cost $8 and often set stains permanently with harsh chemicals that damage fibers. Here's where things get clever. The secrets so far have been simple substitutions, natural ingredients replacing modern products. But your grandmother understood something deeper. She knew that prevention was cheaper than cure, and that understanding why something worked meant you could adapt it to any situation. Studies at the CSYRO have confirmed what she knew instinctively. Many traditional methods actually outperform their modern replacements because they work with natural processes rather than against them. Number 17. Ash paste for silver polish. Good silver cutlery was a family's most valuable possession after the house itself. Mixing cold fireplace ash with water created a paste that, when rubbed gently with a soft cloth, removed tarnish without scratching precious metal. The mild alkali in wood ash was perfect for this delicate job. Silver stayed bright for months and actually improved with each cleaning. Commercial silver polish costs $9 and contains acids that eventually pit the surface of heirloom pieces. Number 16. Soap and sugar hand scrub. Garden work and household chores left hands stained and rough. Mixing soap flakes with white sugar created a scrub that, when followed by a warm water rinse, left hands clean and soft. The sugar provided gentle abrasion while the soap cleaned and moisturized. Hands stayed soft despite constant washing and outdoor work. Modern exfoliating hand scrubs cost $12 and often contain plastic microbeads that harm waterways and marine life. Number 15. Cornflour grease stain remover. Cooking over wood stoves meant grease splatters on aprons and tablecloths were inevitable. Dusting corn flour on fresh grease stains, leaving for 30 minutes, then brushing off was remarkably effective. The starch absorbed oil completely without spreading it further into fabric. Clothes could be worn again immediately or washed normally later. Grease-fighting detergents cost $7 and require hot water that fades colors and weakens fibers over time. Number 14. The daily dustcloth ritual. Every morning after breakfast, one quick dust of all surfaces with a damp cloth prevented buildup that would require heavy cleaning later. This ritual took just 5 minutes and kept the house presentable for unexpected visitors. Furniture lasted longer because dust didn't scratch polished surfaces. We now spend entire weekends deep cleaning what daily maintenance would have prevented with minimal effort. Number 13. Onion skin glass polish. Brown onion skin saved from cooking made the best glass cleaner imaginable. Rubbing a fresh onion skin on mirrors and windows, followed by polishing with a dry cloth, produced streak-free results. Natural acids cut through soap film and water spots without leaving residue. Glass stayed cleaner longer because onion oils actually repelled new dirt. Specialty glass cleaners cost $5 and often leave a residue that attracts more grime within days. Number 12. Bread crust wallpaper cleaner. Delicate wallpaper marked easily but couldn't be washed with water. Day-old bread crusts rubbed gently over the surface lifted dirt without damaging paper. The slight moisture and texture removed marks while the bread absorbed grime. Wallpaper stayed fresh for years between complete redecorating. Wallpaper cleaners cost $8 and often leave wet marks that create permanent stains on vintage papers. Notice how none of these methods required special equipment or expensive ingredients. Your grandmother's cleaning arsenal came from the kitchen, the garden, and yesterday's newspaper. A 2023 study by Griffith University found that Australian households spend an average of $480 annually on cleaning products. Your grandmother spent perhaps $480 annually on cleaning products. Your grandmother spent perhaps $480 annually on cleaning products. Your grandmother spent perhaps $20 in today's money and achieved better results. The modern approach treats every surface as needing a different product. The traditional approach understood that most cleaning problems had the same solution: the right combination of mild acid, gentle abrasion, and elbow grease. Number 11. Mirror streak-free formula. Bathroom mirrors fogged and spotted in homes without exhaust fans. Mixing equal parts white vinegar and water, then wiping with crumpled newspaper, created perfect results every time. The vinegar cut through soap residue, while newspaper polished without leaving lint behind. Mirrors stayed crystal clear for weeks, even in steamy bathrooms. Modern mirror cleaners promise streak-free results, but rarely deliver on that promise. Number 10. Baking soda oven cleaner. Wood-fired ovens accumulated grease and burnt food residue that seemed impossible to remove. Making a paste with baking soda and water, spreading it inside a cool oven, and leaving overnight worked wonders. The natural alkali broke down grease while gentle abrasion lifted burnt bits. ovens cleaned completely without toxic fumes or protective equipment. Commercial oven cleaners cost $8 and require ventilation due to caustic chemicals that burn skin on contact. Number 9. Coffee grounds furniture polish. Used coffee grounds mixed with a drop of oil polished timber furniture to a beautiful sheen. The fine texture filled tiny scratches while oils nourished the wood beneath. Furniture developed a deep, warm patina that improved with age and use. Even significant scratches disappeared over time as wood stayed moisturized in Australia's dry climate. Furniture polish costs $6 and often contains silicones that build up over time, eventually dulling the very surface they're meant to enhance. Number 8. Salt and lemon rust remover. Iron tools and fixtures rusted quickly in coastal humidity. Scrubbing rust spots with coarse salt and lemon juice, then rinsing and drying thoroughly, kept metal gleaming. The citric acid dissolved rust while salt provided abrasion to remove residue. Tools stayed functional for decades with this simple, regular maintenance. Commercial rust removers cost $9 and contain acids that can damage surrounding materials, especially fabric and wood. Number 7. White vinegar fabric softener. Clothes dried stiff on outdoor lines under the harsh Australian sun. Adding half a cup of white vinegar to the final rinse water in a copper or twin tub washing machine made all the difference. The mild acid neutralized soap residue and relaxed fabric fibers naturally. Towels stayed soft and absorbent without waxy buildup. Commercial fabric softeners cost $4 and actually reduce towel absorbency over time, making them less effective at their primary purpose. Number 6. Newspaper shoe polish. Good leather shoes were expensive investments meant to last for years. Rubbing with newspaper after cleaning provided a subtle shine and protection. The process took seconds and kept leather supple in dry conditions. Shoes developed character and actually improved with age and wear rather than deteriorating. Commercial shoe polish costs $5 and often contains chemicals that crack leather over time, shortening the life of footwear. Here's what separates your grandmother's approach from modern cleaning advice. She didn't clean to impress visitors or follow magazine standards. She cleaned to preserve what she owned, because replacing things cost money the family didn't have. Every method served two purposes: immediate cleanliness and long-term preservation. Modern products promise quick fixes but often damage what they're meant to protect. Your grandmother's methods made things last longer, work better, and cost almost nothing. Number 5. Timber floor gleam. Hardwood floors were sanded and polished by hand, too valuable to damage. Mop with cold tea. Tannins brought out natural wood grain and color. The mild acid cleaned without stripping natural oils from the timber. Floors developed a warm glow that deepened over decades. Floor cleaners cost $7 and often leave residue that dulls natural wood. Number 4. Grease trap drain cleaner. Kitchen sinks blocked regularly from cooking fat and food scraps. Pour boiling water down drain, follow with handful of washing soda. Alkali dissolved grease while hot water carried it away completely. Drains stayed clear with weekly treatment that cost almost nothing. Drain cleaners cost $6 and contain caustic chemicals that damage old pipes. Number 3. Mattress freshener system. Mattresses couldn't be washed and absorbed years of sleep and humidity. Strip bed, sprinkle mattress with bicarbonate of soda, leave in sunshine. Natural mineral absorbed odors while UV light killed bacteria and mites. Mattresses stayed fresh for decades with twice-yearly treatment. Mattress sprays cost $8 and mask odors rather than eliminating them. Number 2. The weekly deep clean schedule. Monday, washing. Tuesday, ironing. Wednesday, bedrooms. Thursday, bathrooms. Each day had specific tasks that rotated through the house systematically. By Sunday, every room had been addressed and the week started fresh. The schedule prevented overwhelming build-up and made cleaning automatic. We now spend entire weekends on tasks that 15 minutes daily prevented. Number 1. The standard that never slipped. Above all else, your grandmother maintained a standard and refused to let it drop. One dirty dish left in the sink became permission for 2. She understood that cleanliness was not an achievement, but continuous practice. The moment standards slipped, they became harder to restore. This vigilance wasn't exhausting because the habits were ingrained so deeply. Here's my challenge to you. Pick 3 of these secrets and try them for 1 week. The tea tree oil mold killer. The vinegar fabric softener. The daily dust cloth ritual. Just 3. Then come back and tell me if your home feels different. Tell me if your grandmother was onto something that Procter & Gamble would prefer. You forgot. I've tried them. The eucalyptus oil sits by my kitchen sink now. I haven't bought glass cleaner in 6 months, and my mirrors have never been clearer. These weren't just cleaning tricks, they were wisdom disguised as housework. Share which 3 you're going to try in the comments. I want to know if the tea tree oil gets more love than the newspaper polish. Because your grandmother didn't clean to impress, she cleaned to preserve, and that made all the difference.